welcome to another edition of Focus with Tim Thomas. And we're glad to come to you from the Far Side Room here at the First United Methodist Church in Madisonville, Kentucky. We hope you'll call someone, tell them Focus is on today. And we want you to know we have a two-part program, and we're glad to have with us two very special guests that are going to be updating us on some upcoming events. First part of our program, we're going to be talking to none other than Bishop Raymond Marion, who pastors the Holy Temple Church of God in Christ in Madisonville. And he is also president of the Madisonville-Hopkins County NAACP. The state convention is coming to Western Kentucky and coming to the great city of Madisonville that we still call the best town on earth. So we're going to be talking about that, talking about issues that face the NAACP both locally and nationally. And then we're going to be having on the second half of our program the executive director of the Happy Feet program. They have some things that are going to be coming up as well, and she's going to be talking with us also. Bishop Marion, welcome to Focus.
Thank you very much for your invitation to be here.
Glad to have you, and let me also mention you serve as city councilman of Council 4?
Ward 3.
Ward 3, and appreciate your service to what you do for the citizens of Madisonville.
Thank you so much for that.
Listen, a lot of great things happening. Special event coming up in September.
September 23rd through the 25th, we will be celebrating our 69th year state convention here in the city of Madison, and we're greatly excited about it.
Yes.
This is more or less going to be my swan song.
Say it's not so.
No, it's so. And I want it to be very successful,
yes,
and very interesting for this part of Western Kentucky. Oftentimes, ever since I've been state president, we're always going to some other part of the state to a convention, to a state convention. And I've watched it, and I went to most of them, all of them, since I've been president. And I finally decided that since I'm getting ready to go out, I might as well throw it all in.
Yeah.
And so I had requested that the convention come to Madisonville this year, and they so graciously consented for it to be here.
It's been numbers of years since it's been here.
It has been. It has been. I think the last time they had one here, it was in the 80s. And then it was really not Madisonville-Hopkins County that hosted it. It was the Providence branch that hosted it.
Wow.
So we didn't, we had a part in it, but we weren't the sponsors of it. And so we're just grateful that they considered us for this at this time.
Sure. Well, tell us a little bit about what is going to be taking place.
Well, on Friday, which will be the day that everybody starts coming in, we'll have our registration, and our headquarters hotel is going to be the Hampton Inn. And once everybody gets registered in and get rested up a little bit, that evening we're going to have a soul food dinner at the Oak Grove Baptist Church. Immediately following the soul food dinner, we will be having a gospel fest there at the church. And we're hoping that we can get a lot of interesting people to come and perform that evening and entertain us on that evening. We have a lot of talented people in this area.
Yes.
And I'm expecting all of those that have some kind of gospel talent to be there and perform for us on that evening. Then on Saturday morning, I don't know the entire schedule for Saturday morning, but I do know Saturday morning we will be going out to the Gray Building at the community college, and we'll start off that morning with the justice panel, and it will consist of the chief of police, the sheriff's department, the sheriff, and Joe Blue, the jailer, and I have reached out to Judge Brantley to see if he was going to be able to be there, and he's supposed to be letting me know. But it will be a discussion, because I'm very proud of our system, our police system and justice system here.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of changes here in that system, and I'm very proud of them. And also, we will be having a luncheon on that afternoon that will be furnished by the jail culinary crew, which are inmates who are learning, and I would dare say they're not just learning, they perfected their profession.
Absolutely, because the food is excellent.
It's excellent.
Yes.
And I wanted to showcase that. You look at all of the things that are going on around this country with different things that are going on, and I'm so proud of us here in Madisonville that we don't have that happening.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for the leadership of the police department and the sheriff's department and even the jail. I think Joe Blue has done such a tremendous job with the jail system, with inmates that are coming from all over the state who are state inmates. And he's teaching them skills that when they get out that they can have a profession where they don't have to fall back into the system again.
Yes.
And you don't have that everywhere you go.
That's true.
I am a chaplain, a volunteer chaplain at the Green River Correctional Facility. And sad to say, it's not there. It's not there. But I see it happening here, and I want to showcase it. I want the people in this community to know that we're proud of what's going on in our community.
Absolutely. And so you're going to spotlight these people here in the community. They're going to see what an excellent judicial system we have.
Yes.
And I think that's a good thing.
Yes.
Very good thing.
And then on Saturday night, we will be having the Freedom Fund banquet, which will be held at the Mayor's Church.
Oh, all right.
At Living Waters Church. And that night we will be sponsoring the Freedom Fund banquet. And I believe our speaker for that occasion will be somebody that you're very familiar with.
Yes.
Mr. John Johnson, who was the youngest state president ever in the NAACP. And he is now the chairman of the Human Rights Commission. And he's done such a tremendously good job. A man of wisdom.
Yes.
And very knowledgeable on issues and things. And I like the way that he presents himself.
Yes.
When he comes before people. It's one of the things that I dislike a lot of times, and the things that we see, is people come accusatory and not come before people in a more unifying position. And I think with John Johnson, he has that ability to have a unifying spirit. And so I'm very grateful to the fact that he's coming here. Our state president, Mr. Raul Cunningham, brilliant guy.
Yeah. Another good speaker.
Oh yes, he's an excellent speaker. He has served in politics for a long time, and so he knows the political system.
Yes.
And he's an advocate for human rights, and he's an advocate for civil rights. And I think that he has done such an excellent job. And I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he will be running to be on the board of the National NAACP board. So I'm just grateful that I'm here at this time with him.
Yeah.
We had encouraged him for a long time to run, and finally he decided that he was going to run, and he's done an excellent job since he's been the state president. And I commend him on all of the different things that he's done.
When you talk about the NAACP, what it means to not only our local community, but to our nation as well, kind of tell the listening audience a little bit about the NAAC and what you're trying to do.
Well, first of all, let me say this, because I think most people are under the impression that the NAACP is just about black folk, and that's not true. It's about anybody that's being discriminated against, whether it's white, Indian, Mexican, Jew, or Gentile. And so That's what it's all about. Now, one of the things we have to understand is when the NAACP was founded, it was not just blacks that founded the NAACP. It was several whites that were there in the founding fathers of the NAACP because they didn't like what was going on at the time, the discriminatory practices that were going on. And they got in there and they rolled up their sleeves and they worked very hard to get this organization established.
Yes.
And we like to say that we're the oldest, baddest, association in the United States. And so I thank God for those people that had a vision to give us something that would help to correct the injustices in this country. And slowly but surely it's turning around. It's not going as fast as we think it should go, but yet still it's still moving in that direction. Without calling names, we have several Caucasians that are members of our local branch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, and we're not about trying to tear down, but we're about
Build
trying
up.
to build up.
Right.
And I've been in this community. I've investigated things that people have come to me and said that there was an injustice done, and when I investigated, I found out it wasn't an injustice. It was somebody that did something that was against the rule, and to go in there and be accusatory to a company or a group about doing something and not finding out what the issues are, then you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yes.
And you do the organization a disservice. Because then people start saying, well, they're not about anything but just raising havoc.
Yes.
But that's not what the NAACP is about. It's about making a change in situations and issues that come before the public.
When we see what is taking place across our nation, very rough times now.
It is, very much.
NAACP plays a vital role in combating, as you said, injustices. What are your thoughts on what you see and what is taking place now?
I wish that people would use a little more control when they go into situations. It's like the situation in Dallas. The people that went out and demonstrated in Dallas, they were perfectly in control of the demonstration. They were actually shaking hands with the police. They were doing other things, and here comes an idiot and does something stupid. And it reflects on the group, but it wasn't the group that did it. It was just an individual that did it. The same way that in South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, that young man that went in the church down there, sat in there with Bible study,
Had prayer with them.
had prayer with him, and then turned around and shot up all those. It wasn't everybody that did that. It was one individual. And we have to start judging or looking at situations on the individuality of what's going on. And so, and that would be my thing, and my thought on anything that we do. We have to be very cautious in how we approach things.
Yes. When we look at policing across our nation and we see what's taking place with young black men, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are that you know that in any situation, I don't care what anybody says, if you don't have a police chief or a person that's going to oversee the hiring and make sure that they get the best of everything, you're going to get some bad seed. You're going to get them. And you're going to get people that have no business being on the police force in the first place, whether they're black, white, red, green, or yellow. So we have to try, and that's one of the reasons that I like this police department. I think that Chief Williams looks at this department when he hires people, he investigates them, he finds out what their attitudes are, and he holds them responsible for what they do. And I think it's time out for so-called police unions upholding wrongdoing. And that would stop a lot of the other issues that come up by them not upholding the wrongdoing. When you shoot a man that has no gun, when you shoot a man that's not trying to shoot you or trying to hurt you, it's totally wrong. When you tell a man to give you his wallet, and he's already warned you that he's got a gun, that he's a card-carrying gun carrier, and you tell him to reach back and give you his wallet, and he reaches for his wallet and you shoot him, there's no justification on that. So we have to look at the issue as it falls. I don't condemn police on every shooting that they do, because some shootings that police do is a righteous shoot. But when you shoot people and there is no real reason to shoot them, Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old boy, playing with a play gun, and you pull up on him in a police car and just get out and start shooting without warning. Is that justified? I don't care how many courts say that it wasn't. That kid couldn't have hurt them. And they were already told that it might be a play gun. So how can you justify letting them go? And that's what creates the problems when situations like that happen. Because people look at those things, and no matter, even if a guy is wrong, when stuff like that happens, it makes people think he was right.
You've got a special event coming up.
Yes, September 20th, we are going to have our second annual Sweet Feet dessert and wine tasting.
How about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Last year we did it for the first time, tried a large-scale fundraiser, and the response was overwhelming. We raised over $8,000 just in that one evening. So this year we've started that as an annual program, and this year we're going to have that at Mar Park on September 20th.
Right. Now, how can people get involved in that?
If you take a look, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have an email address if you want to contact us, happyfeethopkinscounty@gmail.com. Go to our Facebook page, message us. We're more than happy for anyone to be involved. Right. The more people we have involved, the better it is for the students of Hopkins County.
We're going to put that on the screen because we this is what we're about, trying to enhance and make sure that this grows even more.
Yes. This year also, for the first time, we have the Madisonville Fire Department and the Madisonville Police Department have partnered with us for a sock drive. So throughout the summer, throughout the Friday Night Live events, both organizations are trying to raise funds for socks or just sock donations.
Yes.
Folks can just donate socks, and what we're looking for is the black, low-cut, no-show socks.
Oh, okay.
And those are a special request. The kids like those.
Yes.
But they work well because they can be for boy or girl, and they wash well.
Yes.
So then you're not worried about the dingy socks.
Yes.
That sometimes as we're sizing the students and they have to take their shoe off to get sized, they want to slide that foot under the chair because they're a little embarrassed that their sock might have a hole or it might be dingy. So we're hoping to alleviate that issue with the black no-show socks.
Yeah.
Our goal is that every student will receive 2 pair of socks with their new shoes this year.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
And that's going to happen.
Yes,
that
it
will
is.
happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. How many are involved in the program here, ma'am?
As far as our committee, we have about
Yes.
18 on the committee, but we also have platinum partners, and those are folks that have committed to donate to our program annually. Our platinum partners are Baptist Health, Independence Bank, and Tunco Powder Procurement. Those folks have been helping us since the program started. Madisonville Fire Department. For the last 2 years, the fire department has volunteered each and every day for sizing, and then they come back and they help us with delivery. All of the boxes that we receive from Shoe Carnival, they're brought down here on a U-Haul truck. The fire department is there to help us with those heavy boxes, and then they take and deliver those to each school for us.
That is wonderful.
This past year was our first time we were able to have a party
Yes.
for the elementary students, because again, we don't want anyone to ever feel embarrassed. So elementary students don't pay a lot of attention. Your middle school, your high school, you have to be a little more private.
Yes.
But for our elementary students, we were able to go in and have a party, and the fire department helped us with that. The firefighters came in, served cookies, punch, Chief Greg Brazier. It was wonderful. The kids love the interaction.
Yes.
They love the interaction with the adults, but they love the interaction. You know, you see that fireman, you know?
Yes.
They love it.
I can imagine. Who in Hopkins County do you wish to kind of reach out to? That maybe don't know about
They
Happy
don't
Feet
know.
and-
Maybe more of our churches, which I know again though, your churches they're hit up by everybody who has a
Sure,
need.
sure.
But our churches in Hopkins County, but also our moms, like our soccer moms, our PTA moms, those moms that are there at the school that may not know that this is a program that is within the school and would want to help out in any way that they can, because they're there and they're the mom that wants to, or dad, I shouldn't have said just moms.
Sure.
The mom or dad that is there within the school wanting to help in any way that they can. We would like them to know more about our program as well.
Yeah, an important program and one that's is vital for the kids.
It really is. You really don't know until you're inside that school and that classroom and you hear the feedback from teachers.
Yes.
That when a student doesn't feel good about themselves, and maybe they don't feel good about themselves because they don't have that name brand pair of shoes that Susie has,
Yes.
or that Johnny has. Things like that, it's important to children. It's important to everyone. Everyone wants to be well liked. Everyone wants to feel like they fit in and that they're part of a group. But that pressure for children, it's there, even
Yes.
inside that classroom. So when you can put on a name brand pair of shoes to where that child feels like they fit in with the others, makes them feel better about themselves,
Yes.
makes them perform better
Yes.
in the classroom. It makes them participate in the classroom, and it makes improves the behavior in the classroom. And that's feedback. I don't have statistics, but that's feedback
Of what
from teachers and
Yes.
teachers aid and those folks that work inside our schools.
That's wonderful. And what do you see that's next for Happy Feet?
Well, I was approached by a businessman here in Madisonville who's very sports-minded. We started discussing sports programs in Hopkins County, and he's coached ball teams for several years,
Yeah.
and made the comment that a lot of kids don't participate in sports because they don't have the necessary equipment. They don't have a pair of cleats for baseball or softball or soccer. So he and I started discussing, and in our downtime this winter, we're going to work and see, is there a way that we could start a program that we could provide the cleats for the students that want to participate in a sports program in Hopkins County.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So that's on the horizon.
That's on the horizon, so we hope. And I'm sure there's lots of other sports-minded folks that would be interested in how we could get that program going.
Yes, yes. So Happy Feet is a catalyst for so many different things
Yes.
here in the community. And let me just thank you and your committee for bringing this very vital program to our area. Because just think where it would be if you did not have a presence here. It would be sad.
Yeah.
It would be sad. So that's so it's all about turning sadness into happiness.
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah, yeah. let's talk a little bit about, too, about Independence Bank, which you are employed at.
Yes.
And you do what there at Independence Bank?
I am a loan officer at Independence Bank.
All right, so we can come get money from you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Independence Bank, as I was saying earlier at the opening part of the program, is doing a lot in our community.
Yes.
A lot of good people in the Independence Bank. You've got a few things that's coming up.
Yes. We are working again for our second year in our green acre. So we have planted corn and tomatoes. So when we harvest and pick those corn and tomatoes here in about a month, we will use some of those as ingredients in our Farm to Fork dinner that we are having August 13th on Main Street in Madisonville.
Wow. And where is this located? Where you grow
Our
these?
green acre is at Mar Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And so in August, you're going to have it where people can come and purchase?
We've sold tickets, and those
Yeah.
tickets sold out very quickly.
Wow.
So the tickets were $75, and we are serving 150 people that night.
Huh.
The proceeds from that evening will benefit the Hopkins County Farmers Market, the FFA clubs at both of our county high schools, and the 4-H program in Hopkins County.
Wow. Well, that's exciting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's something new, and I think it's going to be down by the Montpelier. Is it in that area? Where is
Yes,
it gonna be?
we're, from Center to Broadway. The
Right.
Main Street will be closed down from Center to Broadway. One long table all the way down Main Street.
Now, how about that?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's going to be exciting.
that is great. What else is taking place? What else are you all doing out there?
Let's see. We've got the corn and the tomatoes.
Did I catch you off guard just then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what else are we doing? What else are we doing? I'm trying to think of the other facets of our Buzz program
Yeah, yeah.
or our Buzz project. Breaking bread.
Yes.
Breaking bread. With our harvest of our corn and tomatoes, we will be at Breaking Bread in August to deliver that produce to the families that come get groceries at Breaking Bread in August.
Wow. So all kind of ministry going on.
Yes.
From Independence Bank to Happy Feet, there's something that's going to help people.
It is. Independence Bank, the philosophy for Independence Bank is do what you can in your community to meet the physical needs of the people in your community. That's Independence Bank is a strong supporter of Happy Feet for that reason, because that's another avenue that we are meeting needs of people in Hopkins County.
Right. And if you see the media, the newspaper, whatever, Independence Bank is out in front of donating. You always see big trucks out there where you're loading up, giving to someone.
Giving to that is what we do.
Yeah.
That is what we are happy to be able to do.
Right. And when you really think about it, well, it's a biblical law that when you give, you receive back.
That is right.
So Independence Bank is being blessed by its growing.
Yes.
Because you are giving back.
Because we are giving back.
And that's really what it's all about, isn't it?
It is what it's all about. And we enjoy doing what we are able to do.
That's wonderful. And with Happy Feet, we're going to put this on the screen as well. We want to get on the screen about Independence Bank and just whatever you'd like to put on there, because we want to enhance it all.
Thank you.
And talk about that. But with Happy Feet, we do want to make mention that we want people to get involved.
Yes.
To give so more children can receive new shoes.
New shoes. This year, our price point up to this point has been $30. We work with Shoe Carnival because they have a large volume and they support all of the Happy Feet programs. But this year, our price point is going up to $40 for an average on a pair of shoes because Hopkins County's group has insisted that we stay with more of a name brand shoe for our middle and high school students, because that is very important to the middle and high schoolers.
Absolutely.
So our shoes that we will offer this year for that group will be Nike, and they will have a Nike shoe in several colors, and the Converse, the low-cut Chuck Taylors that all the kids like.
Yes.
In
I
a
like them
variety,
myself.
in a variety of colors. So we think that's going to be something really special that our middle school and high school students will enjoy this year, is having the ability to have the Nike and the Converse and be able to choose it in a variety of colors. But to do that, the price point had to move up to about $40. So we're going to be looking to spend more money this year, which means
Yes.
we need more money this year.
Absolutely. So the tax-deductible donation.
It is a tax deductible. We are a 501c3 organization, so every donation is tax deductible.
And you can send that tax-deductible donation to?
Send it to me, Sherry McNary, care of Independence Bank, at 1776 North Main Street, Madisonville.
Right. We're going to put that on the screen so that everyone can see that.
Yes.
And hopefully, and we do feel that people will send in their donation.
Yes.
Because it's all about helping kids.
It is.
It's really in the final analysis, because they're not only our future, but they're our present as well.
That is true.
And Madisonville has always been known for its giving.
It has.
In
And
the
it has really
community.
surprised me.
I'm
It
sure.
really has. Is once we got out there and started talking about our program, and as more people learn about the program, we find people that just stop by and say here, or they just randomly mail a check in and with a little note. The Kiwanis, we had the presentation at
Yes.
Kiwanis about a month ago and ended up with $600 in donations
Isn't that
from
something?
folks that had been at the Kiwanis meeting that day.
Isn't that wonderful?
It was a blessing, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Just beautiful. It's beautiful. So we appreciate the Kiwanians for stepping up
Yes,
and doing that.
yes.
Our motto is serving the children of the world as well as the community, and they holding true to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We also have Kroger Rewards. We're part of the Kroger Rewards program, and August is the re-enrollment month for Kroger Rewards. So if you go out there and sign up for your Kroger Rewards to support your nonprofits, just look out there for Happy Feet, or you go to our Facebook page and you can see our organization number. And if you decide that you want your Kroger Rewards to support Hopkins County Happy Feet, we get a check quarterly based on what is spent by each household that is enrolled.
Wow.
And that's just another way. So far that has paid for 2 or 3 pair of shoes every quarter. So
That's great.
it's just another way Hopkins County can help.
Yes. Is there anything else that you want to share that maybe we haven't touched on that you would like to share with us?
I think we have covered everything.
You know, I'm really glad that you came on our program.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thanks for having
and
us.
talked about this, because I think it is vital, and it is an important program. One thing I will add, where are some of the other Happy Feet programs located in the state?
Mainly in Western Kentucky, but Henderson County, Davis County, Union County, Webster County, Livingston County, Caldwell County, Christian County. So it's spread. Jerry Baird has done a good job of spreading it all through Western Kentucky.
region, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What would you-
Each county operates individually. Each county has their own committee. Each county raises their own funds, and the funds that you raise only go to pay for the students in your county. So there are no shared funds. What we raise goes back to the students of Hopkins County. There are no salaries paid to anyone. There's no mileage reimbursements. There's nothing
Wow.
like that. So the money that you donate to Hopkins County, you can feel assured your money will help a student in Hopkins County receive a pair of shoes.
That is great. That is great. As you look down through the scope of time for the next, let's say, in 5 years, what would you like to see Happy Feet at?
Well, of course, in a perfect world, there wouldn't be a need for Happy Feet.
Right.
But if that need grows, I hope that our program can continue to help all of the students in Hopkins County that are in need. And we may find that there are other needs that are not being met. And we try to work with the family resource coordinators to find out what those needs are. And if there are additional needs, then Happy Feet would like to be able to help that need as well.
Wow. And hopefully, you know, we'd like to see where it wouldn't be a need.
Right.
But if there is a need, we know that you and your committee is on the front line
Yes.
to help with the program.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
We're glad to have with us the chairperson of the Hopkins County Happy Feet, Mrs. Sherry McNary. She has been our second half of our guest of our program this evening. The first half we were talking to Bishop Marion with the NAACP State Convention coming up. We hope that you have enjoyed our program. We want to thank our sponsors, the City of Madisonville, First United Bank, for sponsoring this program. We welcome back Wayne Vespi, who's recording this. Hey, for Wayne, he's back, filming this for us, and we appreciate him leaving his grandchildren long enough to come and help us with this program. And we want to thank First United Methodist Church for opening their doors so that we can come in and broadcast this program. And we wish our good friend Gary Gates well and hope that he will get better soon. Our prayers are with him. You've been listening to Focus with Tim Thomas. Tune in to another edition of our program. And by all means, keep sharing the dream.